Raiders set to kick off. It's week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Eluding the... But I think the ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers, it's not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on,
with desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. He was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
He's going to take off with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
Matt Prater set to
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
A gain of a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
Murray now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Dante Hightower on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at at the 40.
To throw, it's Murray. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Murray fighting, lost the football.
Lamar Jackson sacked. A fumble.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Beating the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
The 35-yard line.
To throw again. Jackson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
18 on the play.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
1st and goal, San Francisco.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
To George Kittle.
George Kittle with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. In the second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
On third down, it's Pollard, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A very quick pass to Ridley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Calvin Ridley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run with Pollard, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Lamar Jackson, 74 yards. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The 29-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Now Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Roughing the passer defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Now a pass is taken in by Hill. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
1st down.
From the gun, Jackson. Being chased out left. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Tyreek Hill. His 11th touchdown of the year. And this offense continues to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's third down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
On third down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. That's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Calvin Ridley, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The football going back over to Arizona now. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson dancing to his left. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Cardinals, nothing.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the 49ers continue to roll. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's Pollard again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. From the gun, Murray out to it, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Nick Bosa in there yet again. What? Else is new. He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Here comes Cohen. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 all to return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Hey, we gonna do what we do.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw.
That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Number 85,
George Kittle with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to pour it on. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Run for Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
49-yard line.
On 1st down, Pollard, and not able to break away this time as Going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Tackle. No gain on the play.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Murray going to throw. That's caught by Hollister. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. So from inside Niner territory now. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
7-yard line.
Shotgun now from Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robert Woods, his 3rd touchdown. Now on the year. And the Cardinals claw one back. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0.
Josh Lambo lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. After by Lambo, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
At the 34-yard line.
Jackson's going to look to run it. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
1st down, San Francisco.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And going deep for Hill. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown,
Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
To throw is Murray, and this is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. They'll roll him out right. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Flush to his right. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Calvin Ridley, 61 yards. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Murray from midfield. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead will swell by 1 more. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trip, and down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. The throw over the middle, taken in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Oh, the return is Cohen. A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
The Niners take over first and
Out
10.
comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
Block in the back. Offense.
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.